Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about General Radahn, the Red Lion, son of the Red Champion inspired by the Golden Lion of War. Radahn was the son of Radahn and Lady Rennala. The two met when Radahn, at the head of the Great Golden Host, invaded the lands of the Carian royal family. Even though they met in battle, he soon repented his territorial transgressions and became husband to the Carian queen. Radahn had two sons and one daughter from Rennala, Rykard, Radahn, and Rani. Radahn though inherited the flaming red hair of his father and was fond of its heroic implication, stating, "I was born a champion's cub." A pity though, since we can read from the giant red braid whip, every giant is red of hair, and Radahn was said to have despised his own red locks. Perhaps that was the curse of their kind. During his childhood, Radahn was also inspired by another great champion, the first Elden Lord Godfrey. Radahn's lion's armor reads, "The golden lion it is said to symbolize Godfrey, the Elden Lord, and his beast regent Serosh." From his youngest years, Radahn was naturally captivated by the Lord of the Battlefield. Radahn wasn't only fated to be the greatest of warriors though, but to conquer the very stars. None shall oppose the general's decree. This story started with a simple desire. Radahn had a friend called Leonard, a trusty scrawny steed, beloved beyond measure. Unfortunately, as Radahn grew in stature and might, he feared for the animal to be crushed under his colossal weight, and if he was going to conquer the battlefield, it was going to be riding on top of his fellow horse. So he decided to embark on a journey to Salia to study gravitational powers under an alabaster lord with the skin of stone to make himself as light as a feather, all for the sake of his friend. Rocksling sorcery reads, a gravitational technique studied by young Radahn. His master was an alabaster lord with the skin of stone. Radahn returned, finding Rennala alone and his father gone. Godfrey, due to losing his grace, was exiled, and Radahn was chosen to be the second Elden Lord and consort to Queen Marika the Eternal. That granted him and his siblings deific status. Now being a demigod armed with the gravitational arts, the power to alter the very stars now was his own. No one knew exactly what compelled the demigod to challenge the cosmos. Some states it was to protect the people of Caelid from falling meteors. Others state it might have known something about Ranni's plot and the Night of the Black Knife soon to arrive, and by altering the stars it would seal Ranni's fate away. It's not unthinkable that he was loyal to the Golden Order due to the immense respect he has for both Godfrey and Radahn. Nevertheless, that day a new legend was born, the legend of Starscourge Radahn. Starscourge heirloom reads, the mightiest hero of the demigods, confronting the stars alone, and thus did he crush them, his conquest sealing the very fate of the stars. After that, the great Elden Ring was shattered, and war followed shortly. Every demigod claimed a shard with mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. Before vanishing, Marika left her children with few words.
In Marika's own words, hear me, demigods. My children, beloved, make of thyselves that which ye desire. Be it a lord, be it a god, but should ye fail to become aught at all, ye will be forsaken, amounting only to sacrifices.
But who among the demigods could challenge Radahn? First was Godric, yet when Radahn decided to approach the capital, he fled, dressed as a maiden.
Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle.
Who would be next? Godwyn was dead, Ranni simply vanished, Michaela was lost, never to be seen again, and rumors suggested Rykard perished to a serpent. The only two to remain were Radahn and Melania, Blade of Miquella, warrior who had never known defeat. At the climax of the shattering, she decided to take her army to Redmane Castle to challenge Radahn openly at his own front gate, and so they locked horns in combat. For all the might and strength he possessed, Radahn that day was defeated by the vile kiss of Rot. Poison was a fitting weapon for a king's death, yet an honorable death wasn't allowed to the Red Lion. Only his mind would be consumed that day. Radahn would lose his wits, destined to wander that wasteland forever, while Melania would flee with her pride in pieces. Victory at any cost she must have sought, even though later she would repent that very choice.
There is something I must return to Melania. The will that was once her own. The dignity. The sense of self. That allowed her to resist the call of the Scarlet Rot. The pride she abandoned. To meet Radahn's measure.
Okay, this is all for this story. I hope I didn't miss anything regarding Radahn's story. If I did, please be sure to leave it in the comments. Anyways, if you do like the video, please share and subscribe. That would be really appreciated. See you in the next one.